Look, it's not staying still. I don't know what's wrong with it. Look, it's about to... That's not right. See what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with it? I did. Hey. Don't be knocking my disc now. All right? Brandon, leave me alone. That's not asking.
You got a booger in your nose.
I do. Where?
That side. No.
You know what? As my husband, you should be willing to pick.
But
you should pick
baby steps, progress.
You should pick my boogers.
The old Brandon was just like, whatever, in my nose.
He gonna tell me I got booger in my nose, then don't want to pick my nose.
Oh, you're lying. Hey.
Hey, y'all. Good morning.
So did they hear what I said about the desk?
I don't know. That's why you need to censor yourself, young man. He didn't even want to try and help me fix my dang on tripod. Like, it's all... It ain't even acting right. You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care right now. All right. Damn it. Now. Okay. Cool. All right. So. Thank you, Mr. Lester. Didn't even want to pick. When you gonna start doing stuff like that? Huh?
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure I got all my makeup off from last night. Because last night I almost fell asleep with... Okay, last night I did fall asleep with makeup on. And then I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning and remembered. And then I took it off. So, just trying to make sure I don't have anything on my face right now. All right. Think we're good. So, as usual, I'm going to start with my brows. Good morning. Okay, I can do that. I sure can. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just brushing my eyebrow hair upward. And usually when you start doing your brows, y'all, this is what you want to do. You want to take your pencil or whatever and you start from here. So there's 3 points, right? So this is the first point, and usually you can make like a little line. And then you want to take your brush, first point. This is going to be your second point, right? See that? So it should line like right here in the center of your nostril. You want to do like, it's almost like a little V, right? And then this, the corner of your nose, should be where your eyebrow ends. So 3 points. 1, 2, and then 3. And usually 3 should cut off like boom, bam. Right there. So corner of your eye. I don't know if y'all can see that. Corner of your eye. And that's where your eyebrow should stop. You don't have to pull it all the way out. Just stop it where your hair stops at. Okay? Cool. And then the way you start. Hey, Tracy. So the way you start. It depends on what you like. My eyebrows differ from day to day. So depends on how I feel. I'll use like this pomade. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills this morning. Or you can use a pencil. I have the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. And then I have this Revlon Color Stay eye pencil. You can even use eyeshadow. But it's really about what you're comfortable with. So when you start, I usually start from the middle. So I will start at the very bottom, right under my hairline. That's why I brush the hair up, because look, you can see where my natural hairline is. So you start there and you want to make a harsh line, right? And I say make a harsh line, almost like when you were in school and you would trace the outline of like the little coloring papers that the teacher give you. That's what you want to do. So start that way. And then for your top, what you do at the top is you brush the hair down. Right? And so once you brush it down, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to try and show you. Do you see like how, see this line right here? That's how you know where to start. So you just look for that line. And that shows you your natural arch. So you just follow the natural arch. That Santa Baby song is in my head. Follow your natural arch. I got too much on here. And you connect them, right? So you connect that arch to the line that you made, that bottom line. And then when you work your way towards the front, you just want to kind of sketch it in. So you can be as heavy-handed as you want to in the back if you want your brows to be like dark in the back and then kind of faded look going towards the front. I usually don't add any more product. I just take whatever's on the brush and I just kind of swipe it in there. Swiping or swiping. You can pull it up to make it look more natural. You can swipe it in, whatever works for you. But that is how you get your brows done. And listen, here's the thing. Even if you mess up, that's what concealer is for, right? So take your spoolie and you just pull the product back. So you're just kind of blending it at this point. Okay? Blend it. Can you mind your business, little piece of her? Mind your business. Get back there. And do the same thing for the second side. Pull it up. Now, sometimes if you want to, you can line your brows with a pencil and then fill it in with a pomade. Kristen! Or you can line your brows with a pomade and fill it in with a pencil, fill it in with eyeshadow, whatever you want to do. That's right. That is right, honey. So, take your spoolie again, pull the hair down. And look, it should show you your natural brow line. So you just follow that line. Now listen, if you don't got no, well, I guess I can't say if you don't got no, because everybody has a natural brow line. But you know how some people like shave their brows? You really gonna have to like look for it, okay? Like I know some people shave off the end so they can have a more sculpted brow. If that's what you do, then just really pay attention to the way your arch goes. But I don't think you need to do that. Like I used to look at people and be wondering how they get these perfect brows. And then I realized they ain't got no arch. I mean, they got no brow on the end. That's why. That's why your eyebrows so damn perfect. You shave this shit off. Here I am. Thinking you, oh my God, your brows just amazing. No. They not amazing. You shaved it off. So, that's my rant. So, now here's the good thing about this. Is that if you're using a pomade or a pencil, honestly, it don't matter if you messed up because you can always go back and conceal your mess up, your boo-boo. Just make sure that you follow your boo-boo. That didn't sound good. You gonna conceal your boo-boo? I shouldn't say that. Yeah, that was not good. But just make sure that you go back and correct it with concealer. So with concealer, you guys. So the brush that I use when I do my eyebrows, I use an angled brush. So just an angled brush, a small angled brush. And it's more precise if you use a small angled brush. And then you need a spoolie. So don't matter what brand, it don't matter what kind. Small angle brush and a spoolie. That's all you need. Now, if you're going to use a pencil, I would definitely say make sure it's a brow pencil, because you have some pencils that, like, if you try and use a eyeliner pencil on your brows, what I found in my situation is that the eyeliner pencil, it's a lot smoother and it smudges. So if you don't want it to smudge, make sure that you find a brow pencil. One that's kind of, like this one is kind of hard. And you can tell the difference because this one is hard. And then I'll show y'all one that's like, it's soft. Soft. Like a man when they wake up in the morning. No, that one's.
Your analogies are always shitty.
Yeah. Dudes do be soft in the morning. That ain't, I probably should have said
It's
that.
called morning wood for a reason.
It's, nigga, that morning wood don't stay like that. That's fake wood. Anyway, Brandon, stop making me say stuff like that. My God. I was supposed to be getting a dang on brow pencil. Alright, so something like this would be too, see, that's too soft. It just immediately started to smudge on my hand. So don't get that. Get something else. And then when you go to use, to clean up your concealer, you can either use an angle brush to clean up your brows, or you can use a concealer brush. And the concealer brush is really small. I don't know if y'all can see, but you see how it's kind of like rounded? You see what I'm saying? See how it's rounded? So you can either use this or you can use an angle brush. The only reason I choose to use an angle brush is because I think it gives me more precision when I'm cleaning it up. And like when I'm trying to get into like those little hard to reach places like my arch, it just gets in those little places for me. So, and I just don't know that I can draw a line like I want to with that little rounded concealer brush. So I use an angle brush. You can even use the same brush that you use to start your arch with. You can even use that same, like I could really use this same angled brush to clean up under my brows, but it has a lot of product in it and I would need to clean it first. So make sure that if you do use the same angle brush that you clean it first. Otherwise you're going to have like brown or black or whatever color you choose for your eyebrows in your concealer. So 1 or 2 angle brushes, just depends on if you want to clean your brush afterwards. And typically when I first started doing my brows, I heard people say, make sure you pull the concealer down. Make sure you pull the concealer down. I think that is for if you don't have a clean set of brows, because you always want to start with clean brows, meaning like no, hair under your brows. You want to make sure they're arched already. But I think pulling it down, you just pack more product on it if you have like hair on your brows. You know what I mean? Like if you ain't had time to get to the nail shop and let Ling Ling do your brows, then you might want to pull it down. Otherwise, I would say just go in and conceal your whole eye. What happened? Oh. So, yeah. You can pull it down if you want to. You can swipe it across. Whatever works for you. I do this all in one because it don't make no sense to clean up your brows and then go back and get another brush to put concealer on. That's just dumb to me. So you put your concealer on, just unless you prefer using eyeshadow primer, then okay, have at it. It's your party. You can cry if you want to. But I feel like if you're gonna conceal under your brows, you might as well conceal your eye. Saves you from wasting another makeup brush. And it might potentially save you just a little bit of time. Not a lot of time because, you know, you're only switching from one product to the next. But I feel like if I'm going to conceal under my eye, hell, I might as well use it for my lid too. And conceal my lid. So, 2 in 1. Now, your concealer should always be 1 to 2 shades lighter than your complexion shade, right? Because we have technically 3 shades. One is your complexion shade, the other is your highlight shade, and then the other is your contour shade. So 1 to 2 shades lighter for your concealer. Y'all see I do this in no particular order, okay? It's because I like chaos sometimes. So this is in no particular order. I will swipe it back and forth. I will move it up and down. I will do whatever I want. Just as long as it covers my eye. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. Right? Right. So I usually put this in the middle right here. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, because I don't know why. This is why I do it. Right? No, I put it in the middle. I put it in the middle to simply see how much farther over I need to bring my brows. Just to kind of make sure we is on the right track. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good, guys. So I usually conceal in the middle because if I don't go to the nail shop and get an eyebrow wax, then my hair grows in the middle because I have a unibrow. And I don't like the hair growing in the middle. So I will usually conceal in the middle. Not only that, I'll be trying to make sure that I'm matching like evenly everywhere. So that's that. And then when you do, or if you decide to highlight or conceal the top of your brows, you want to make sure that it's something close to your skin tone. Personally, I think you can do this with concealer, or you can do it with your complexion shade. So whatever foundation you use. And you just do a very light line over the top. Or if you're extra, you can do a heavy line. Only thing you don't want to do is you don't want to have that halo. And the halo comes when you apply a concealer that is too light. Then you be looking crazy. Okay? Then you look silly. Then you look like a doofus. So this don't have to be an option. Like I said, you can always use your foundation. Which if you think about it, you're going to cover it with foundation anyway. So you probably might as well use your foundation. But you could always use your foundation just to conceal the top of your brows. And I'm just rubbing this in because I don't like to not use all my product. Ooh, yeah. closing that up. And then take a brush and you just want to blend it. So we just blend that out. I'm rubbing this brush across my lid just for the simple fact that I want it to be smooth because I'm about to set it with some powder. So anytime you use a cream, you always want to set it with a powder. Always. Or else you're going to look cracked up. Santa baby. I have not used that air spoon yet. I need to. How you open this, Rashad? Oh, that's how you do it.
One live from your page, just long enough for people to get to YouTube.
Okay. So I'm just taking this e.l.f. setting powder. And I am just taking my brush. I'm doing very light swipes on it. You can tap it if you don't want no excess. And you're just going to apply that to your lid. And that's just to set the cream that I just put on. And I'm setting it just so my shades go on a little bit better. All right. Now the fun part. Eyeshadow. Trying to see what palette I want to use because I think I want to do some green today. Some green today. Let's see if she got all the colors I need. No, she don't. She don't. It's not. I'm trying to just use one palette, child. That way. I'm not switching out to like 4 and 5 palettes. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I have a transitional shade and then maybe I think I can use this one. All right, I'll try. I'm gonna use this Nubian, the Nubian 2 palette from Juvia's Place, I think. Let me put this other stuff back. Let me double check and be sure. Because it has... Hold on. Oh, hold on. I can't use that palette. No. Okay, so the Nubian is who it is. All right, so for your transitional shade, your transitional shade should be a shade that is close to your skin tone. They need to allow comments from full screen. They do. I'm starting to find that like no social media is you know, they all need to improve, okay? In some way, shape, form, or fashion, they all need to improve. I do want a yellow though, because I think it'll make it pop a little bit. All right, so I lied, y'all. I'm gonna use 2 palettes today, but I'm only using 2 because I need a yellow. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the yellow and I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow, and I'm going to start with the yellow in my crease. And the kind of brush that I'm using is a fluffy brush. And the reason I'm using a fluffy brush is because it's going to allow me to spread the product evenly. Okay? And so you always want to start from the back of your brow, or the back of your eye. This is going to be where you want your transitional shade to be. So if you can see where I'm poking right here, that's like where my top crease is. This is where the fold of my second crease is, and then this part right here is your lid. So remember that wherever you lay your brush first, that's where the most product is going to fall at. So you just want to sweep it in there. Almost like windshield wiper motions. So can you see that, like that little dip when I'm sweeping? Em says she feel like she in class. So sweep in that area. Sweep. Back and forth, windshield wiper motions. And you do that until you build it up to the color that you want it to be. So you're just sweeping back and forth. Back, forth and forth. I'm not gonna make the yellow too prominent because I'm gonna add another color to it, but I do want it there. So sweeping it back and forth. You can even do circular motions if you want to. Honestly, the circular motions, you would start it towards the back, and that just deepens the shade, and then you just pull it or sweep it back and forth. That's all it really does. It just ensures that wherever you lay this brush at, when you do the circular motions there, just know that's where most of your yellow is going to be at. So sweep it back and forth. This is a good way to also build your shades up. So I'm going to build this. Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Girl, I have hooded lids. That is like the worst. Really, really bad. Okay, so I think my yellow... Well, I'll do one more layer of yellow. I'll do one more layer. But I think that'll be it after this layer. And don't be afraid to build your shade. Even if it's something that you don't really totally agree with. Yes, Steph, yes. Even if it's something you don't totally agree with, it's makeup, you can always cover it up, okay? You can cover it up. All right, so now I'm going to go into my Nubian 2 palette from Juvia's Place. I'm going in the shade Madagascar, which is like a brown. And I'm going to take that brown and I'm going to place it literally right over the top of the yellow. Because this is a shade that I'm building up. Oh, no problem, Tracy. So I'm literally just going to take the brown and put it right over the top of it. And what that does is it builds dimension to whatever eye color you're going to eventually go into. So you're just building dimensions, you're building shades. That's it. And you're going to continue to do the same windshield wiper motion until you have whatever the desired shade is that you want. So we just go build it up, build it up. That was 5 heartbeats, okay? A heart is a house for love. Brandon, you too young to know anything about that. That it don't take much to. So I'm pulling my eye for the simple fact that I have a hooded lid, like I told y'all. And yeah, I gotta make sure I get inside of all that eye, because it's a lot of eyes to get. Okay, just know that. Boom. So when I'm doing this little motion, I'm teasing the eye towards the back. Like almost when you tease your hair. We don't do that, but, Caucasian. But what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make the brown a little bit more heavy. So when I do this back and forth motion, it's like scribbling in one place. You know what I mean? You know how you go to color something and it's not as dark as you want it, so you color a little harder? That's all I'm doing. Is I'm scribbling pretty much in one place, and then I pull the excess or the remnants towards the front of my eyelid. And that is just so I don't have any lines of demarcation or any harsh lines. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo. And then you can always just check to make sure that your shading is right. Like sometimes you may need to stop and see if you've lost any colors. Because when you add colors like how we're doing, like we're building, sometimes you lose colors. And that's okay, because you can always just go back and add. You just have to make sure that you're looking at both eyes to make sure that they look similar, right? The goal is to make it look exactly the same, but everybody not on that level where they make it look exactly the same. So as long as you make it look similar and there's not really a lot of big noticeable differences, then I think you're doing fine. So just scribble towards the back, right, to deepen it up, and then just pull it towards the front. That's it. If you feel like you lost shades, you just go into, like if I feel like I lost the yellow, I would go into the yellow right now, and I would lightly push the yellow, not starting towards the back where the brown is, but I would start maybe up here and push the yellow towards the front. So you would start top and go down. So almost like you're skipping this whole little section. So over top and down, over top and down. And that adds more yellow to your shades. Okay, I'm trying to think of what color I want to use for the back. I think I want to use, I don't know if this is going to be a good shade though. Well, we'll try it. What shade this is? Okay, we can do that. So if you're unsure as to what shade you should use next, like I'm about to use a shade Kenya, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be dark enough to go with the green that I'm about to use. You can always just rub it across your hand and kind of look at your face and look at your hand and see if it's going to be a shade that's going to be deep enough to go into your outer V. Because that's what I'm about to do now. I'm going to apply this Kenya shade to my outer V. I am using a crease brush now. So it's just this little pointy brush. It's a fluffy brush, but what it does is it is designed to go specifically into the crease. So I'm just going to do my outer V. I know they look a little messy, right? Right. Okay, good, good, good. And so you're just going to do a V shape. That's it. Back and forth. That's it. All you want to do is V shape. And then once you see that your color has kind of blended out like mine is, you just start pulling it into your crease. You can even close your eye and do it, because when you open your eye and do it, because when you open your eye, look, this brush is literally inside of my crease right now. Shantae! Good morning, honey bun. So this brush is, if you can see the bristles, they are inside of the crease of my eye. So if you leave your eye open, you can sweep the brush back and forth, and it will be in your crease. Right? See, it look a little bit messy right now, right? Good. Good. So what you do, so it's blended well, you take your same brush that you was using for your transitional shades and you blend it out. You can do circular motions, or you can do the back and forth sweeping motions, because all it's going to do is blend into those initial shades that you put up top. That's it. Don't add any more product. Just take your brush. Say, okay, I got a little harsh lines. Take your brush, back and forth windshield wiper motion, or you can do circular motions. Whatever you're cool with. Whatever works for you. Blend it out. Crease brush, going back into that same shade. Didn't add any more product. I'm just working it in a circular motion until I get the desired shade that I want. I think I'm going to add a little more. I got to be careful adding Juvia's Place because they are very pigmented. But I'm just really running this in a circle. So you can run it in a circle like this if you want to. Or if you want to be fancy, all that kind of stuff. You can actually just do the V shape. So just move your brush kind of like in a V shape, Move your brush like that. Somebody messaged me the other day and asked me to do like a beginner's tutorial on YouTube, and I think I'm going to. The good thing about the brushes is that once the product starts to like leave the brushes, you can always just move your brushes up to transition your shades. So it's still like you're building them. And you don't even really have to worry. Like if I was to cover up this whole thing right now, I'm not even really worried about it. For the simple fact that I'm going to conceal it anyway. So I'm going to put something over, so it's not even really there, Same thing with this eye. You're going to trace the outer V. Right? Now, if you really want to get precise with this so you don't mess up anything, you can always just put tape alongside your eyes, and that will kind of give you a more crisp outer V look, So if you put tape here and tape here, once you remove that tape, that line is going to be so crispy, like new money out the ATM. That's what it's going to look like. New money. But I'm just not that anal. I think I am with some things, but stuff like this, I'm really not that anal. So I don't mind. Plus, it's like, it's art, you guys. You really have to practice it and just enjoy it. Like, you'll see the more you get into it, maybe what you're doing wrong or what you need to change. But you got to at least try first. So I want it a little bit deeper on both sides. So with the outer V, I'm just pulling it. That's fine. I mean, I started out learning makeup. Well, y'all know how I started out learning makeup, but I knew nothing. But what I did know is that if I was going to keep buying it and Brandon was going to keep giving me money for it, I had to figure it out. So, you know, play in it. That's how you get better. You just got to practice it. All right. Oh, thank you. All right, so that is the outer V, right? So here is my next step. I'm going to use, I use that all the time. I'm going to use something else. All right, so I'm going to apply my green. And so I'm actually going to use, instead of just regular concealer, I am going to use concealer brush, right? But I'm going to use white concealer this time. And the reason I'm using white is because it will pull out those hard colors. So anytime you want a color to pop out or like a color to stand out, like maybe a yellow, a pink, a blue, a light purple, use white because it'll make the color pop. It'll make it pop a whole lot more. So I'm just going to use, and I'm using my Karen T palette. This is the Correct and Conceal palette. I love, love, love Karen T. But, so I'm just going to use this white. Now, cut crease is something totally different. That takes some time right there. So I'm just going to cut my crease. I'm going to make my crease a little bit high just because I do have the hooded lids. And when I close my eye, it's going to fold anyway. So I might as well cut it a little high. Now, I do think this concealer brush that I'm using from e.l.f., which is only $1, is a good brush to use. This is the circle brush that I showed y'all that people sometimes use for the top of their, for cleaning up their brows. I think it's better for me for my eye because, of course, your eye is circle or round if you have round eyes. But I think this one is just a better fit for me. So don't worry about like not, even if your shades don't come out the way you want them to, don't worry about it if you're going to do like a cut crease like I'm doing, because guess what? All that hard work that I just did, what am I doing now? I'm covering it up. So if it doesn't come out the way you expect it to or want it to, if you're going to do a cut crease, I wouldn't even worry about it. Because you're just going to take some dang on concealer like I just did, and you're going to cover it up. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm covering my hard work up. Yay! All right. So, I think that's pretty good. You got to be so precise with these things because they so damn persnickety. So, because it's a cream, I'm going to go back in with some powder. And I am going to set it just a little bit. So, I'm just going to press my brush very lightly. Hey, Jackie. Just because I want a smooth transition. Or at least try to have a smooth transition. Alright. And I am going to take the shade Egypt from the Nubian palette. And I'm going to apply it to my lid. So here's the good thing about using these. This is just a regular shader brush, y'all. So it's really flat on the front, flat on the back. The good thing about using a shader brush is that you can use one side for one color and then the other side for another color. And this is actually better to use a shader brush because it will actually pack on the color.
Healthcare.
Santa baby. That song been in my head all day. Since yesterday. I don't even know where I heard it at. So don't forget, you guys, that the giveaway is going on. So make sure you enter the giveaway. Sponsored by Miss Melinda. Alright, and the objective here is, of course, just to cover the white. The part that we creased. Okay? So that's that. And then I'm going to do the other side. Man, Krista, look. One of them is missing. I think I'm going to go today and get the red dip. The red dipping powder. You know, try and be all festive and whatnot. Oh, you know what? If you guys don't have the Karen T Correct and Conceal palette, a good white concealer to use is NYX. NYX has one that's like $6. So I'm putting the white on the back of my hand because when you put it on the back of your hand, it actually warms up your product. That way it makes it a little bit easier to apply. So I don't know if y'all knew that, but it warms up your product because you're actually putting it on your body. Your body has heat. So that's how you warm up the product. You can do that with foundation. You can do that with concealer. Y'all know how them people be using, what's them things called when they be painting? What's them things called, Brandon? Them little paint board thingies. They be having all the little different colors on it. It's kind of like the back of your hand. So use the back of your hand to warm up your products. It'll make the application just go a little bit smoother. Oh, is that what it's called, M? Yeah, I had no idea. Because I don't have one of those. When I was little and was painting, I just used paper. Okay, because my mom. Shout out to my mom for not having a palette. She was just trying to keep me quiet, I believe. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, that's Doug. Okay, now I'm missing Doug. Okay, got it. I don't know what my problem is. All right, I think that's good. All right, so that's on. Going back into this little e.l.f. white setting powder. Wiping a little bit on my brush. Setting this cream. And then I'm going to go back into my... Ooh. Okay. Got to take care of that diaper. Going to go back into my Nubian palette. And I am going to apply the color Egypt. And this is just me covering all of the white. Girl, you fine. That's what we do. You got to go take her that diaper. Oh, my God. That would drive me crazy. I'd be like, ooh, come here, child. Let me get this mess off of you. You know, we moms. We get it. I think the whole thing when you're doing a cut crease is to make sure that you're not working with any eyeshadows that could potentially get patchy. And to make sure that you sweep in one direction. Do 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 do. Doug is really in my head. You know what I should watch? I should watch Hangover. Yes, I understand. You know what? Good beginner palettes. I think now BH Cosmetics, because they are really inexpensive, and you can literally like get, I don't know, 88 shades for like, I don't know. I got a bunch of BH. That's what I started with. I started with BH Cosmetics, and I can tell you right now that these palettes I don't even use anymore. Like they sit here. I let Madison play in these because I have probably about 8 of these, and I don't even use them anymore. All right, so I think that's good for. I think that's good for my green. Yeah, I don't even use it anymore. I think I have a couple of their palettes that I just don't even use anymore. All right, so what I'm going to do is, because I want my burgundy back here to stand out a little bit more. Well, I mean, I think now what they have is better, but I bought these palettes, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. I used one, and I didn't like the fallout that you get from it. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use it. And the problem is that when I got the BH Cosmetic palette, I attempted to use it, and then I ended up getting something from MAC, and MAC just kind of consumed my life. And I was like, okay, screw you, BH. But I've heard people say now that their palettes are pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I don't buy the 88 ones anymore, whatever it's called. This 88 matte palette. That's why I let Madison play in them now. Because I just ain't for me. But you'll see that once you start to actually, play in makeup, and once you start to get used to it, you'll know which products are good for you. You'll know what you're comfortable with. And then you really won't have, any problems spending X amount of money on whatever it is you want to buy. If that makes sense. That makes sense. But I think good beginner palettes actually honestly are Morphe. Because they just have really good products. Just all around really good products. So I'm just blending this, guys. No more product on it. I'm just blending it. I think that is it for my eyes. For now, anyway. Yeah, mom life for real. For real. All right. So I have normal to dry skin. I think it's just straight up dry. But, normal to dry. So I'm using my JCat Beauty H2O Fresh Dewy Base / Primer. Single. Yeah, see, I've I've been thinking, oh, do I want to get BH? But I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm cool. Some of that stuff I go and get, like, that Carly Bible. Is that from BH? I think it is from BH. I have her 2 palettes. But like their specific, like their matte palettes and junk, I don't want it. I don't know if it's improved since the last time I bought. I don't know if it's improved since the last time. Oh, no, God, no. BH and Morphe are definitely not the same. Okay, I must have had something on my hand. No, they're not the same. With BH, you just got to know what to buy. With Morphe, you can pretty much, in my opinion, you can buy anything off their website and it's going to be good. Trying to get my primer mixed in real good. All right. That's good. Yeah, Morphe is better. Yeah, it is. Okay, so complexion, right? Foundation, concealer, contouring, all that. So this is what I do. So this is how I feel. I feel like if you want something full coverage, then it's best to take whatever foundation you're going to use and apply it all over your face. And then apply your concealer and your contour, right? In my opinion. But if you... It's not to say that you can't get something, a natural look from applying a full face of foundation, a full face of concealer, a full face of contour, because you can. But I think if you want to do something where it's less product and you still get the same effect, then what I'm about to do now is a good method to use as well. So, I'm going to start with... Oh, you do? Yeah, girl. They alright. But see, that's a good thing with it. You can, anytime you have concealer, you can make it thicker, you can make it smaller. You can do whatever you want. So I'm starting with my, this is like, I'm almost out. Can y'all see that? Like, look. But this is Black Opal's concealer in the shade Honey. So what I'm going to do, and this is not normally how I do my face, but this is what I do if I'm in a rush or I'm trying to get out the door quickly. And it still gives me the same results as putting on a full face. You got to find some time. Even if it's just putting on one shadow. You can do a lot with one shadow. So just find some time to do one shadow. Or just do your eyebrows. Or, you know, put on some lipstick. Line your lips. Just one thing at a time, you know. So I'm taking my concealer. Starting at the very corner or the point of my eye. Going to drag it down, and then I'm just going to do it like a check mark, right? And then you just fill in the in-between. Now, for some people, it does matter, like, about your face, just depending on how you want your highlight to look, how you want your contour to look. This is the most universal, I think, is this method. But sometimes, you know, just depending on what your face shape is, you might want to do a different contour or a different highlight method. So you can do this. I know y'all like, where are your foundation at? Hold on. You got to trust the process. I'm going in with Tarte's Shape Tape Concealer. And this is in the shade Tan. The only reason I'm putting this one on is because I feel like the one that I just used from Black Opal, it is definitely a cream concealer. This one is more liquidy, so it kind of moves a little bit better. So that's why I use that too. I like the Black Opal for the consistency, but I like the Tarte because it moves the product a little bit better. All right, and so for your highlight should be 1 to 2 shades lighter than your complexion shade. So my complexion shade is here. So this little light yellowish red, that's my actual complexion shade. All right, so now I'm going to take my contour shade. And your contour shade, depending on what shade you are, so fair skin, medium, dark, whatever, it should always be 1 to 2 shades darker than your actual complexion. All right, so contour, you start from the corner of your ear, so the top of your ear here, and you bring it down. You don't want to go past your brow line. So this is probably about the furthest I want to bring it, right where my nail is. And you don't want to go past the corner of your eye. So again, right where my nail is. So that's about as far as I want to bring it. And you do the same thing to the other side. That's it. Now, contour, what that does is the highlight pulls forward the things that you want to stand out, the things that you want to be noticeable. So I want my eyes to be noticeable because I have like this cool green color going on. So I want to pull that forward. The contour, what it does is it kind of shapes and defines your face. So highlight is for things that you want to pull forward. Contour is for things that you want to hide in a sense or pull backwards. So that's that. Oh, you know what? Let me do a little bit on my chin too. Boop. All right, so you see where I have my contour, my highlight. I didn't put any under my nose today because I'm just going to drag it from my face to under my nose. But typically I would just put a little bit under my nose. But I'm just going to drag it since it's down far enough for me to drag it. All right, and so the next thing you want to do, your complexion shade. So 3 shades right now. You're going to put your complexion shade in all of your blank spots. Okay, so here, 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 across your forehead. I know it's a lot of makeup right now, but it's really not. When you think about it, you have to remember, typically what people do is they will put on all foundation first, right? And then they'll go back and on top of that foundation, they'll put concealer. And then on top of the concealer, they will go back and put contour. So you have like a face full of makeup. This is the NYX Total Control Drops in the shade Mahogany. Yeah, this is a much easier method, and plus your face don't feel all caked up like you got a bunch of crap on it. I think when you do like the full face of foundation, you know, it's if you want like a full coverage, like you want to look very flawless, very airbrushed, or have like a photo finish, a full face of makeup. But a lot of times people don't have time to do a full face of makeup. So this is like if you don't have time to do a full face, but you still want the full face effect, this is what you could do. So sponge, starting at the corner, and you just gonna dab, right? You can pull it into your nose, out under your eye. You're just pressing this into your skin. And you want to press it until you don't see any more lines of demarcation. So like this line, I want to keep blending this until this line is gone. Until you can't tell that I have highlighter on my face. And you'd be surprised you're going to get the same look in the end. Like a lot of people look at it like, oh my God, what's going on with your face? You really have to trust the process. So you just blend and blend. Blending is always key. Anytime you're working on your face, anytime you're working on your eyes, blend. Oh, Stephanie, I love you. All right, so do you guys see, like, you can't see that line anymore? That's what you want. And you want to just keep working with the same shade that you started with. The reason I haven't went over to my contour shade is because if I do, it's going to bring some of that into my highlighter. Or it might bring some of it into my foundation, and I'm not ready to do that yet. So you just make sure that you blend it really well. This will actually make you... okay. This will actually make you... I think it helps with learning how to blend when you do this. Because it'll kind of show you how much time you need to spend on one area, even if you did have like a full face. I think that's blended out pretty good. Yeah, my sponge is damp. It's wet. It's not like can squeeze water out of it wet, but it is wet. And don't be afraid to get right up under that eye. I mean, hell, poke yourself in the eye if you need to. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over my contour shade. Right? Now, I usually see people say, oh, but I don't like to do my contour because I don't want to sweep it into my edges of my hair. Shut up. Sweep it in the edges of your hair, okay? If you got skin back there and it don't match, it's going to look funny. So sweep it in the edges of your hair, okay? Match it up. Yes, shut up. Sweep it into the damn edges of your hair, okay? That's what you need to do. You need to sweep it into the edges of your hair. That's what you want to do. So here I'm just pulling this down. This is going to make my chin actually look smaller than what it is. Shut up and sweep it into the edge of your hair. Because, and my God, I've been sweeping since I was a teenager. That same effort you put into sweeping your mama living room, put into sweeping your face, okay? Act like your mama in there. Now, y'all see how I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just pulling this contour down, right? And I'm blending it into my neck. That way, my neck is the same. So if you can still see, look, I still have foundation here over my forehead. So now what you do is you take your flat end and you are going to press in your complexion shade, right? So you just pressing. And the reason I chose to do a cleaner side is because now you're bringing everything together. You're bringing everything together at this point. bringing it in, bringing it together. Now, if you just got to be really anal about it, you can start taking the other side and mince up your colors, right? That's it. I got glitter all over my dang on face. How you like them apples? Glitter everywhere. So that is it for my foundation. I got glitter everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to go in now. And I'm going to line my eyes. Oh, you know what? I need to set this. That's what I need to do. I almost forgot. It's going to be creased up. Be looking like a pair of jeans from cleaners. Bag's going to be standing up. For real, bag's going to be standing up on his eye. I'm not using a lot. Only reason I don't use a lot is because I'm just going to go back and press it into my face anyway. So I think the only time you should actually use a lot of powder is if you're doing something where your shadows, you're going to get a lot of fallout. If you put the powder under here, like if you really take like a sponge like this and you saturate the dang on sponge with a bunch of powder and you press it under your eyes, it will catch that fallout and it'll make it easier for you to sweep it away when it's time to do your foundation. Have to set that joker. Alright. So I'll let that rest for a second and then now let me go on and get it off now because this liner don't be no joke. So I'm going to try and use just this little part right here since it's the cleanest. And I'm going to press in the powder. And the only reason I use the damp beauty blender is because it's still kind of wet. And I feel like that wetness against that dry powder, it kind of presses the powder into my face. It almost melts it. So I would rather do this. That way I know the powder is in there. It's done set. And I don't have to worry about creasing throughout the day. Yeah. See, it didn't even really get too dirty. So I think I'm cool with that. Alright, so eyeliner. So eyeliner, I'm using this NYX Epic Ink Liner, which I have grown to absolutely love. Yeah, man, you know that when people be coming out the cleaners and they pants be standing straight up, start your arching. It's gonna crease up like that. See, look, my eyes. See how I got like that extra old people skin under there? It'll be standing up like a pair of starch jeans. So when I do my eyeliner, y'all, I usually try and start in the middle. And the reason I start in the middle is because it kind of acts like a guide for where I need to go. So I always start in the middle. See, it's already starting to like see a little difference. And then you can kind of just gauge like how thick you want it, how thin you want it. But I start in the middle. I use a sponge to hold the corner of my eye because I don't want to use my fingers. Because naturally we have oils in our fingers. Don't matter if you have natural to dry skin, oily skin. Oils are in your fingers. So I use this sponge so if I put my finger down here right now, I can tell you right now, it's going to leave a fingerprint on my face, which means I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to correct the fingerprint. Just eyeliner. So if I use a sponge instead that already has a little bit of powder left on it, if I hold it here and I press, there's not going to be a mark on my face. Y'all silly. Now listen, I don't have no real advice for this wing except for use some tape. It's the only real advice I got for you, because the wing is not going to always be your friend. Let me just say that now. Like sometimes I will cheat and I will use this little guy right here. Where's my little guy? Little guy? Okay, there he is. Sometimes I will cheat and I'll use this little guy. I'll hold it against my eye because I have hooded lids. And I will actually take my pen and I will draw the line, right? And then I will just go back and connect it. Now, sometimes that works. Sometimes it don't. But I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to keep sitting up playing with it and then it turned out worse than what I wanted it to be. And then now I got to make my whole eye black. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to leave that like it is. Then I'm going to move to the next eye. Okay? Because it happens. Like you be done got it like you want it. And like, ooh, I can make it a little bit sharper. And the minute you do, you done made it fatter. And now you got a problem. Just saying. The best thing I could say, like I said, is use tape. Just leave the tape there. Put your eyeshadow on. You know, all that kind of good stuff. And then go back and do it. For real, man. Real talk. I mean, some people got it to where, like, they can, you know, throw their wing on and be gone. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But in any event, use what you got to get what you want. Diamond. That only applies for makeup, y'all. That only applies for makeup. Use what you got to get what you want for makeup, okay? Now, if you into doing some old other strange things for change, if it's worth it, let me know. But if it's not, then I don't want to know. I'm fine. Oh, shit. Here I go. Fucking shit up. If it turned out that I'm supposed to have to make my eye black, don't nobody laugh. Don't nobody say nothing. We just gonna end the live. We gonna act like this never happened, and everybody just gonna go about their business. Okay, that's all I'm saying right now. That's all I'm saying. I feel like, but I know I need to make it. See what I'm saying right now? I know I need to make it a little bit. I'm scared, but Father God, be with me, Lord. Be with me in this time. Need. Jesus. Woo! Okay. We're good. Put this shit away right now. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. I feel like I should add some silver somewhere. Yes. Praise the Lord. Woo. Praise the Lord Jesus. Praise him. Because that could have went terribly wrong. Then I've been like, you know what? Get off of here doing this. Whew, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. so since we using Juvia's Place, we're going to go into this M. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to see what color to use for blush. So we're in the blush stage now. Let's see what I'm trying to keep in mind that we're using Juvia's Place. I can't use none of this here mess for no blush. Maybe this. No. Okay, Juvia's. I tried. Maybe I could use this. Maybe this one. Oh no. Well, let's use this one. Let's use this one. All right, so we are going to use the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1. All right. And I think we are going to use this little feller right here. Just a regular blush brush. So because Juvia's is very pigmented, I've only pushed the brush in here twice. I'm just going to lightly tap it across my face just to kind of see what kind of color I get. Oh, hey, okay. All right, yeah. Well, there we go. That's definitely on there. Okay. Monkey fucker. Whew, that's a lot. All right, well, we just got to blend that on out then. Anytime you don't know how much pigment the shade is, just lightly tap it on your face, like so. Otherwise, you're going to be looking like somebody punched you in the face. Okay, they're going to punch you in the face. The eyeliner that I used was the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I absolutely love that liner right now. I haven't used anything else outside of that liner. Oh my God, bless Jesus the Christ. Hallelujah, Father. That's a lot of blush. That's a lot of blush. All right, I think that's enough blush. So I'm taking my brush, just running it across my makeup towel. Somebody gave me this for Christmas last year, or the year before last, or whatever it was. All right, so going back in the same palette, and I use this one, the NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner pencil. Yes, so it's like, oh, monkey fucker. Yeah, that was like, whoa, monkey fucker. All right. So I'm going to use Zara for my highlight. I guess I could use the right thing for a highlight. I was just going to use this little blush brush again because I feel like if you have brushes, there's no... DJ! I love you.
Someone told you good morning.
You said what?
Someone named Chris.
Good morning, Chris. How are you, my love? So, you guys, I feel like if you have one brush that can double for something else, like, in my opinion, this can double or triple for a foundation brush. This can be a blush brush. This can be a highlighter brush. I feel like if you have one brush that could triple or double for something else, then use it. Just clean it and use it. Some people are like, oh my God, but I don't have enough brushes. Some of these brushes that you have, you can really double. You don't have to go out and spend no crazy amount of money on brushes. You know, you just don't. But this is a fan brush. This fan brush is for highlighting. I don't know. Okay. That just ain't popping enough. I'll put it on there, but it ain't really. Let me just slap it on there like that. Because I don't want to use that color. All right, I'm going to mix it in. Yeah, because I ain't feeling that. I wanted to have like a Christmas vibe. So I'm gonna go in this Anastasia Glow Kit. Yeah, I ain't like it. I ain't like it. No, I'm going the Anastasia Glow Kit. That's probably unsanitary, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not sanitary. Well, it's sanitary for me because it's my brush, but if you was going to use it on somebody else doing this, that's not sanitary. Just saying. But I'm going to use this highlighter from Anastasia. Yeah, that look about right. And I am going to, if the monkey, fucker, well, come on. Yeah, let me just get a little bit more, because it's just real. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. Now we in business. All right. Okay. I'm just going to do that right there, because I wanted to have a Christmas feel to it, because it's 'tis the season. That's why. You know, you can do that. Yeah, that's better. That's better. All right, so this is the shade Summer. So sprinkle a little bit on your nose. Not so much to where it look like you've been, just a little bit. Okay, just we don't want to, that's not the look we're going for. Okay, down the bridge of your nose. Up on your forehead. And you know, if that is the look you're going for, Merry Christmas. But we don't want to, it's not this kind of highlight. It's just a regular eye glow from the inside out kind of highlight, okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, I be extra sometimes, and I will highlight my neck. Brandon hates it because then he can't kiss me nowhere. He can't kiss me on my face because I got makeup on my face. He can't kiss me on my lips because sometimes I don't always wear matte lipstick, and then he can't kiss me on my neck because why? Because it's makeup on there too. So I will sometimes that's that. Oh, let me do my chin. Not too much though. Not too much. All right, so now I'm just going to take a powder brush. So it's this big ass brush. And I'm just going to blend everything together on my face anyway. So that just kind of makes everything come together. So highlight is done. Eyes are almost done. Put this Marsala water back. Okay, Marsala water. All right. So now we're going to get into these her lashes. Me too. I feel so much better. So much better. All right, so the lashes that I'm going to use are from Ziva Lash. They are in the style Rachel. Of course, y'all have heard this spiel before, but if you want to support me, you can always go to their site, order a pair of lashes, use the code RealRitaLynn. That will give you 10% off, and that will give me like 4 cents. No, kidding. Probably 7. So, do that. No, but definitely any purchase you make, I do get a very small commission if you use the code RealRitaLynn. These are literally the only lashes that I wear. Every time I feel like I want to venture out and try new lashes, I get disappointed. So I don't try new lashes often. Plus I really like these. I really like these lashes. I can't tell you how many pair I have because there's just a lot. But I am using this glue, this super strong hold black lash adhesive is amazing. Okay, it's amazing. it dries like super, super fast. So I'm trying to... What happened, Leah? Okay.
In the kitchen.
I think I need to move this in a little bit. So I think with lashes, I've heard people say, oh, you got go up top, go from under here, and then you take a mirror and you go under here and you do this. No, you don't. If you put them on, start putting them on in the middle, right? Put your lash in the middle, and then you just close it up in the front, and you close it up in the back. I do it with my fingers. Like sometimes I use this just to apply it to the center, but after that, it's pretty much freehand for me. Like I'm freehanding it. All that, you need a mirror, and what you want to take your mirror, you want to put it right under your chin, and you won't come from the top. Whatever. Do what works for you. They don't always work for me. So put your lashes on how you feel best works for you. I think everybody's method is different. Some people use tweezers. Some people just use their nails because they got them coffin nails and they got that little point on the end. And, you know, it can like get that little piece that you be needing to get like right at the corner of your eye or whatever. I've only found the best thing that I can tell you is that if you take your lashes and you apply them directly in the middle like that. Oh, I sound like that boy when I did that. Like that. I don't know what his name is. And then you kind of like take them and put them where you want them to be. And this glue dries super, super fast, y'all. Super fast. Then that's pretty much. I'm telling you. That's pretty much the best way that I found that it works. Just start in the middle. If you start in the middle, you got time to kind of like manipulate it, put it where you want to put it. You know? Squeeze it to make sure it's on your lash line. See how it makes like a big difference? It makes a big difference. And then you can take just a regular spoolie or mascara. If you want to put mascara on your falsies, go right ahead. I don't really feel a need to. I just brush my real lashes into my falsies. The reason I don't put mascara on them is because I sometimes feel like if you put mascara on your real lashes and then put your false lashes on, it shows like a separation. If y'all have done it before, y'all know what I mean. Like you'll be done put on too many coats of mascara and then you can see your real lashes sticking out under your false lashes. So I don't do that. I just kind of brush my real lashes into my falsies. And then like now if you wanted to apply mascara, then be my guest. I don't really feel a need to, so I'm not. But I am gonna get this glitter off my face. This is the best way to get glitter off your face using a spoolie. Just FYI, if y'all ever get glitter on your face. Alright, that's that. So lashes are on. Gonna take my brush again. I'm going to use an angled brush and I'm going to tight line my waterline with black eyeshadow. So, hold on, I got too much stuff in my space right now. So I'm just going to tight line it. What mascara do you recommend? The one that I absolutely love that I think you don't have to use with falsies is what's this one? It's the Maybelline Big Shot. Anytime I don't wear false lashes, or I know I'm not going to wear false lashes, I will wear this, and it makes my lashes look amazing. I have one in brown. I have it in black. I have it in purple. You'd be surprised just what like a pop of color will do. So the Maybelline Big Shot, I think is amazing. So I'm just tightening this line with some black eyeshadow, smudging it out a little bit. Absolutely. I'm going to tight line the other eye. Okay. And now I am going to just take a little bit of the Kenya color that I used, like this back color right here. And I'm going to smudge just a little bit of it under my eye as well, just to give me a little more color. Doug, oh my God. Trying to mix them really well. I think I need to tight line this one a little more. You know what? I'm gonna go back because I feel like, did I take something away right here? Okay, I think that's better. Just trying to make sure my color stands out. All right, now lip color. What's the play for today? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We need a lip shade. We need a lip shade. What's the lip shade? I don't think I can use none of these. I can't use none of those. Maybe we can do a rough play on another red lip. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try that. All right, I'm gonna try. Let me make sure this is Heartbreak. Yeah, it's Heartbreak. All right, so I am going to use Heartbreak again. I'm going to actually try and ombre this with an orange from AJ Crimson. Where's Britt? Britt! Da-da. So I'll tell you why lining your lips is important. Because, you know, lipsticks don't always get into those little cracks and crevices. That sound nasty. Cracks and crevices. Didn't that sound nasty? I'm gonna see what this red and orange talking about. All right, we've been to see. All right, so I'm using Heartbreak. This is from Smart Co. And then I'm going to go in and use, I think it's Role Play. Role Play by AJ Crimson. So. Yeah, I don't know what this is going to turn out to look like. Oh, that is really vibrant. Oh, God. That is like hella loud.
Now Britt ain't at work.
Britt not at work? Why she not at work?
I don't know. She said she's watching you on her TV and commenting on her phone. So it sounds like she's home.
Oh, snap! You disloyal mother.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal. It won't work.
Oh, she said she closed tonight. Why my stuff just break like that? That costs too much to break like that. That's messed up. All right, I'm finna try and soften this blow with some I'm gonna have to pot it, I guess. That's fucked up.
Do you want to go get tacos for lunch?
Hell yeah, I wanna go get tacos for lunch. Let me tell you something. If M ever sells her line, I'm gonna slap her in the head. Ever. I mean, if she sells it for millions, then probably not. Do I need to make this darker, y'all? Man, it was so disrespectful. I don't know if I need to make this darker. Darker? No? Yeah, maybe. That lipstick is just so damn, so disrespectful. Monkey, this is just that. It's just horrible. Okay, what do we think about this lip color though? What is like the verdict? I need some concealer. No, I don't. I need some foundation. Oh, Stephanie be finna make me cry, yo. I can't deal. I be finna cry. Alright, I think that's good. I can't believe that. It's just so disrespectful like that. I feel like I want to add like a silver line over here. But I don't know if I have enough left in my little tube to do it. Man. Let me just put a little thingy mabob in my corner of my eye. Because I don't think I have enough. I don't think I got enough to do it. Should I do more? More? More. No? Yes. Is that good? Alright, I think that's fine. I won't overdo it. I'm mad this little stupid lipstick. He disrespectful. Just disrespectful. I let him live here. Rent free. Go and do that to me. Good, this good. Okay. Alright, let's see. Now I have to go curl my hair. And now I have to find some earrings. Brandon, you got some earrings for me? Alright, let's see if I can find some earrings. Or maybe I should just do a choker. Let's see. I might have to. Alright, let's see. Okay. Man, I can't believe my lipstick was just disrespecting me like that. Let's see, should I do this one? That don't even look like it's do enough. No, that one don't do enough. What about this? Oh, God, no. Oh, no. God, no. Let's see. This one. I can't find my hole in my ear. That looks like it's doing a little much too. Maybe it's my hair that's doing the most. Maybe I should do like a side part. Maybe I should do. Should I do this side? I don't know. Maybe I could just wear my earrings from yesterday. I'm in the water.
Where's your husband going?
I don't know where that man going, child. I don't keep up with him.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Because my hair looks crazy right now. Because of my side part. Alright, so I have to figure out some earrings. And then we'll post pictures. But all in all, this is the finished look. I just need to fix. Maybe I should do my colorful earrings. I don't think this one is enough. I don't think this one is enough. So, okay, guys. This is the finished look for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this morning. Hopefully, you learned something. I will try and get some stuff up on the channel here soon. I love you guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Peace. What happened, Leah? Oh my gosh, what? What happened? Nothing? Okay. I gotta find some.
I need to find your ear pills.
You want? I told your mama get your ear pierced. She don't want to.
You need your ear pills. You need your ear pills.
I got my ears pierced. You the one don't have your ears pierced.
I need my ear pills.
You do need your ears pierced. I told your mom. She don't listen to me.
I just heard these yesterday. What?
No, you didn't have those on yesterday. You don't have no holes in your ear, Leah.
Hmm?
You don't have holes in your ear.
Not me either. I got tiny holes. But I don't look like for you.
Oh, child.
That's not a
heck?
necklace.
All right, let me get up out of here then.
That's not a necklace. I got this in